This time I'm back with a makeup look that I'm really excited about. It's the Latte makeup trend. And yeah, I'm just really excited about doing this today. Now we're gonna get started. I don't have any moisturizer on, so that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I already have like my serum and my eye cream on. I don't really want to focus on that. But this is the part, the moisturizer, this is the part that I'm really excited about because I'm gonna be mixing it in with something to actually create that really nice kind of tanned look. Now, let me just very quickly touch on what a latte makeup trend is. You've probably seen it all over TikTok, YouTube, everything basically. I absolutely love this trend. I don't usually jump onto trends, but this one in particular I love because it's kind of all the colors that I love. It's basically, yeah, just think of all the colors you think of when you think of that. There was a lot of thinks in that sentence, but when you think of a latte, that's what we're going for, those kind of like colors all over the skin. So we're really kind of using concealers to help sculpt the eye and everything, and that really nice kind of tanned look but sculpted, and it just looks really good. Like I said, I'm going to get started with my moisturizer. Don't forget, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. And I'm over on Instagram too, so you can come and say hi there if you like reels, unboxing, and just generally what I get up to when I'm not on like filming for YouTube. So I've got my moisturizer here. I'm using my Winged Marrakesh Rich, and I'm just getting a small amount of this in the palm of my hand, and I'm going to be using the new Winged Marrakesh Sun. So I'm going to be dropping a couple of drops of this into my moisturizer, into the palm of my hand, mixing it together and applying that all over my face, because as you can probably tell, my face is a little bit paler than the rest of my body. I'm pretty tanned still from Greece, but my face is quite light. Now I suffer from this issue. I think there's probably a lot of people that actually have this issue where you just tan everywhere but your face just never is tanned, which is really annoying. But this is your sun savior. This is basically like sunshine in a bottle. It's basically a tanning, like a tinting water, and it gives you that natural kind of glow, and it builds up slowly. And it actually has caramel in here from what I read, so don't quote me, but I think from what I read there is caramel in here, so it gives you that kind of really nice caramel kind of color as well. So what this does is it gradually kind of tanned, like your skin looks more tanned and more kind of golden. You'll see as soon as I put this on, I'm just going to shake this, and I'm literally just going to add a couple of drops. Now the great thing about this is it doesn't smell bad. You know, like sometimes I'm going to just put a couple of drops there. You know, when you think of like a tanning cream or something like that. So I'm going to just put this all over my skin, and see immediately I can see how I'm just really nice and kind of warmer on my face. Now I've put this on with my moisturizer, but you can actually use this on its own as well. You've got to make sure you wash your hands after, guys. I'm just using a wipe at the moment because I don't want to really get up, but obviously it's a tinting water, so you don't want that kind of mark, you know, those marks all over your hands. I've applied it with my moisturizer. That's you can build it up, like I said, so you can add more if you like. If you want, you can also kind of sculpt with this, which is what I'm also going to show you. So I've already applied it with my moisturizer, and it's given me that, you know, my face is a little bit warmer now, but I'm also going to show you how you can kind of tantour with it. You know, tantour is where you're kind of like, it's contouring, but you're doing it with a kind of a tanning lotion or something like that. So this is what this is, basically like a tinting water. It is very hydrating for the skin too, by the way, so you do get that kind of extra boost of hydration. You've got hyaluronic acid in there, you've got prickly pear extract in there, so all these different kind of things in here help to kind of strengthen the kind of moisture barrier, helps to retain the moisture in your skin too, and give you that extra boost of hydration. So you don't get that. It doesn't smell horrible at all. It smells nice. It just smells normal. So I genuinely think this is something you guys are going to love. Make sure you grab yours because it will last you ages, because you only need a couple of drops. But it's so nice, and the color is really nice. Usually I find that it's hard to find something where the color is nice, you know, it's not kind of too green or it's too kind of like just a weird grayish color. This is a really nice healthy glow, and I think you're going to love this as well. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get a sponge, just a spare sponge that I have, and I'm going to be basically getting a couple of drops of this and just adding it to the sponge here. So you can see there's a little drop there, and now I am going to basically sculpt here. So you can add this into areas that you really want to kind of like just kind of sculpt so that it gives you that really nice kind of sculpted look. I'm just going to go around the perimeter of my face because I like that to be a bit kind of darker. And I'm doing a whole makeup look, so, you know, we're going to cover this up, but I really wanted to show you how you can use this to kind of sculpt as well. You could put this on with a brush if you wanted to. You don't have to use a sponge. There, I'm so much warmer on the face. It just looks so nice. But yeah, I really wanted to show you how you can use that just to give yourself a more sculpted look and to build it up and just apply it with your moisturizer as well if you want to. So like I said, you can keep building up that color. So anyway, now that we've got our moisturizer on and we've got that really nice kind of tanned finish to our skin, I'm hoping that I don't need to use as much kind of foundation and everything because we've done our, like, prepped our skin this way. Now, what I'm going to be doing is doing my base, and I'm then going to move on to like doing the eyes are kind of like mixed in with it because we are using like concealers to kind of sculpt the eye and everything. I'm going to be using a couple of new concealers here. These are the new Dewdrops from Surat and they are amazing. So I have only tested this a little bit on my hand and I absolutely loved it, but it's the Dewdrop concealer. I've got number 5 and number 7 here, so I think these are pretty good colors because I wanted to get one which was a little bit lighter and one which is a bit warmer, you know. So I am going to be using number 5, and it's got like a little felt, it's a felt tip, but it's really good quality. You know, when you like think of these concealers which have got the felt tips at the end, a lot of them kind of seem like they're just going to fall off. This is actually a very good quality. So it's one of those twist concealers and it comes through at the top, but I'm just going to add a little bit there. Get my sponge. This concealer is so good. Honestly, it's such an amazing concealer. You've probably seen the Dewdrop foundation from Surat, which is known for like a hydrating kind of finish. Well, this is basically their concealer. It's brand new. I love it because I feel like it's not overly, like, it's not like a dewy finish. So I really do like it because I just assumed it was going to be kind of pretty dewy, but it's not. Now I've got this kind of base on my lid, right? Now I'm not going to kind of set that. Usually I would set that at the moment. What I'm going to do is do my concealer everywhere and then we can start kind of like sculpting a little bit. So I'm going to get this same concealer and I'm just going to add this on certain areas. I really do like this sponge applicator. It just makes it so easy, but I like that it's good quality. Now we do have a warmer concealer here, number 7. I'm going to use a bit of this, kind of like just apply it in all the same areas alongside this concealer. You don't have to use 2 concealers, guys. I'm just using it because I opted for 2 different colors with this concealer, just in case, you know, at least I can mix them together to get the right shade. So you can use your one concealer, that's fine. Okay, so now that we've got this in this areas, I feel like this is where we can actually buff this in to get that brightness. I'm just gonna get my brush. This is my Charlotte Tilbury brush. Really easy to blend this concealer in, by the way. I'm going to get a product from Tarte. This is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Sculpt Contour. So this one is in Cool Bronze and it's basically another felt tip. Everyone seems to be loving felt tips at the moment. And we're going to use this to really kind of sculpt the face a little bit. I'm just like very slowly. Yeah, there you go. Got some of it out there. Let's really start sculpting. So I'm going to just apply this everywhere. I'm going to really go into my crease area here. You don't have to get it so perfect, but it's all about how you blend it together. So you can see I've kind of like applied this in most areas. Now, I'm going to get my Charlotte Tilbury brush again, and I'm using the small section, and I'm just going to kind of get these small areas first. So I'm just basically blending it in, and around here as well. You know, this eye area, we're going to drag this upwards and outwards. You can see it's really sculpted the eye area there. I'm keeping this really simple because I feel like, you know, I don't want to overcomplicate it for you guys. I know that some of you may say that this is not simple, but, you know, I'm using easy products. I've got my sponge, just gonna kind of buff this in. I'm going to get some of my foundation. I'm using my NARS Sheer Glow in Aruba, and I'm going to get a little bit on the back of my hand here. I don't really want a lot of foundation. Get my sponge and very lightly, a thin layer. And this is just going to like help to tie everything up. I've got my Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder in Light Banana, and I'm just going to make sure there are no creases anywhere. So let's get rid of the creases on the eyelid so we can set the eyelid area first. Let's get rid of this powder. Okay. Just put the excess on here. See, I'm really liking how that is so kind of, it's kind of sculpted a little bit, but also I've got that coverage. That concealer is absolutely amazing, guys. You need to go out and get it. I genuinely feel like it's something that's worth getting. I'm so impressed with it. I am going to use a bit of the Benefit Bravo Conditioning Primer. I've been using this last couple of days and I really like it. So I'm just going to brush this over my hair. I feel like when it dries, it's just really easy for the pencil to transfer onto your brows. Now I'm going to grab my bronzer, and what I'm going to do, this is my Island Ting from Fenty, and I'm going to start kind of sculpting my face a little bit, including my eyes and everything. I'm using my veil brush, and I am just going to kind of like really kind of add this nice kind of brown to certain areas to really kind of give me that nice bronzed look, or that latte look. I've got my Sigma E49 brush, and I'm going into this bronzer, and I am just gonna go into the socket area here. Just sculpting it a little bit with my bronzer. Now this latte look that I'm showing you is something that I know is going to last all day, because I've seen some on Instagram and stuff, and it's just the way that it's been put on, I just feel like, not with everyone, but with some, it's just going to slide right off. So, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go under the eye a little bit, just here, so that it doesn't look so bare. See how we're just kind of warming up this whole eye area underneath as well, and you'll see the difference. It's going to really help to lift that area. See that whole area there? It's like a lot more lifted, as opposed to like this is a bit flat underneath. And you can use this same brush to do your nose contour. I'm going to get my brow wiz. This is in medium brown, and I am literally just going to kind of draw the hairs. I'm just going to curl my lashes. It's really about using all kind of like brownish kind of shades, but not too dark, if that makes sense. Because when you think of a latte, it's kind of like chocolatey but milky looking. So it's not too dark. So that's the trick. Just think of the, well, I was going to say the coffee that you want to replicate, and you can, you know, think of those kind of shades. So I'm going with that kind of really nice brownie look all over. And like, for example, if I wanted to go for something like an espresso shade, I would go a lot deeper with my brown, right? I don't know why we can't not make this face when you're putting mascara on. It's like, I feel like it stretches my skin. That's why I do it. I'm gonna go for my iconic nude. There you go, it's like a really nice brownie colour. Now, I'm going to use something new from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the, what is this called? What are they called? Airbrush, the Airbrush liquid lipsticks. And this shade that I'm using is Honey Blur. Okay, this is perfect for the latte trend. I've got it on the bottom lip. Just going to go like that. And then use my lip brush. Such a nice liquid lipstick, guys. The way it feels on the lips. Really nice color. I love that. Okay, so basically, we're not finished yet. We need to add a little bit of kind of glow to the skin. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter in, this is 5. Get our sponge. Apply this just peaks of the cheekbone, and then it's not super matte. Yeah, I like that. This is my latte trend. So this is the makeup look that I personally feel that kind of fits that whole latte trend. It's very kind of like coffee colors in there, but not overly dark. And I feel like even though we haven't actually, we haven't applied any eyeshadow, this is all bronzer on the eyes. I think it kind of shapes them nicely. The face is shaped nicely, and it's just very chocolatey, but in a nice way. And yeah, I really do hope that you've kind of enjoyed this and you've seen how you can create this look, and maybe you have a little spin on it that you could create. Let me know in the comments box below. And don't forget that all the products are listed in my description box below too, so you can just click on the link and it'll take you straight to it. And yeah, I would highly recommend the Surat concealers. Absolutely amazing. I'm so impressed with them. I've never tried their Dewdrop foundation, but it's making me want to try it now. So I'm really impressed with it, and it just blends so easily. The coverage is amazing for this concealer, so make sure you do go grab yours. Also, don't forget, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Until the next video, take care, and I'll see you soon.